So recently, Cam Newton got into an altercation at a 7-on-7 football camp or tournament in Atlanta. We're gonna look at the footage, then we're gonna take a listen and watch the video of the other people that were involved in the altercation. Then I'm gonna give you my whole honest breakdown on this whole altercation and what I think the problem pretty much stems from. So let's go ahead and get into this clip. That's crazy, man. So first of all, let's break down Cam. Cam is 6'5", 250 pounds probably. Cam was a phenomenal athlete. So they were saying that Cam was talking a lot of trash. I can be honest, my kids play sports too as well. Baseball, my son plays football, my daughter plays basketball, and I get into the games as well. So this is a normal thing. But apparently I'm hearing that Cam's been talking trash to these guys or this other team for a long time. It just wasn't one specific day. It's been going on for a while. So we're also going to get into the video of the other people that were in this altercation and hear what they got to say about this whole entire thing.
I just want to know, like, what transpired, like, what can make anyone, like, so angry, because I'm sitting here and I'm speaking to you guys and there's so much that you guys are doing for the community and you're pouring into these young men. And so it's just like, what can make something transpire like this?
First and foremost, like, what I want to do, I want to apologize to everybody that was out there and to the parents of not just our team, but everybody that was affected by it. That should have never happened. Like, we should have been able to sit down and talk. Like, there's no reason we should be yelling at each other while a game going on. Like, ain't none of that necessary. So Cam has an organization.
So number one, if you agree with me or don't agree with me, right? Big ups to these guys for going on this radio station and apologizing publicly. It takes a lot for a man to apologize to another man, whether they're right or wrong. So that's big of them doing that, right? They said, like, hey, it should have never got this far. We should have been able to sit down and talk about this as men, and it should have never even got to that point where it was an altercation, disrupted the game, and everything else.
It's not just one team. He has an organization. So it's just been a lot of trash talk, from, what I'm saying, hit more so his side, just out of nowhere, just talking crazy to us for no reason. It's like, it's not nothing new. Like, I've been around bro for 5 years. So, like, this typical Cam Newton behavior.
But Steph, he was right there.
Yeah, so they talking.
And see, I heard that a lot too, right? Everybody knows about Cam, that Cam always talks crazy, right? But that's the typical athlete. That's how athletes are. They always talk trash. That's a part of an athlete, is getting people out of their game, is talking trash, specifically if you're good, right? They used to talk about Michael Jordan, and he would talk trash to people all the time, get people out of the game. Dennis Rodman is another person. He would talk trash, act crazy, get people out of the game. So that's normal. You should be able to handle that. I wasn't there specifically, of course, but you should be able to handle trash talk. Talk trash back. Or beat the team. That's how you talk back. But I don't know. Let's get back into it.
So you heard him and you walked up.
So Steph walk up there.
Oh, okay.
And as I'm walking up to Steph, Cam is in Steph's face. I made y'all responsible for everything y'all do, whatever. Then he grabs Steph.
Okay.
So me being my little brother, and I'm walking up a flight of steps, and I see a 6'6" guy grabbing my brother.
And that's
okay. So he said Cam was talking trash. Then Cam grabbed his brother, right? So once he grabbed his brother, he said then he started to jump in or assist his brother. So I'm not going to lie. Like, I got a brother too as well. If somebody jumped on my brother or grabbed my brother, I'm going to defend him or help him first and then ask questions later, right? But that's just based off what he's saying.
the footage that everybody
That's
sees.
what everybody's seeing.
Okay.
Like,
So that was the first altercation
Yeah,
that everybody saw.
Nothing else
Right
ever
there.
happened before
Okay.
that. Nothing else ever
like,
happened.
nobody's
Okay.
seeing like how he was talking
Talking
crazy,
crazy,
for the
like, none
past
of
2
that.
days. Like
Yeah.
nobody's seen that.
Now we're going to go into the part where I feel like this is really the problem and where this stems from, right? So Plies went ahead and put a video out on social media too as well, addressing what he feels like is the problem. So let's go ahead and watch that.
Hey, just real quick, man. Y'all got to excuse my voice. I think I'm losing it, getting a little under the weather. But this post about the clip, I think it was yesterday, that went viral at the 7-on-7 tournament. And I said, man, what's always interesting to me about my people is how we play so shocked, surprised, and delusional when certain things happen.
Telling the truth.
I don't know if it started off this way, 7-on-7, but when I got with for 7-on-7, I've always said and always labeled it as disrespectful ball or dysfunctional ball. When I got with for 7-on-7, I said, oh, okay, I get it. This is where all the kids come every off season to be able to do everything that they couldn't do during the regular season. You can go do the backward flips. You can catch the hitch and spin the ball. You can catch a touchdown and defender walking off. You can run behind him and hump him and everybody. Oh!
Wow.
The more disrespectful you can be, the more coverage you get and the more viral it goes. The coaches, disrespectful to the other coaches. They disrespectful to the kids. 40-some-year-old men talking to 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids like they 40. The kids disrespectful to the other players.
Wow.
Everybody disrespectful to the officials. The fans disrespectful to the players. The players disrespectful to the fans in most cases, not all. But it's a toxic environment that was created by adult men. The majority who look just like me and you. And the dysfunction and the disrespect was so popular amongst everybody involved, the parents, the players, and the coaches, that it became a thing.
Wow.
But the minute the disrespect and the dysfunction go too far,
then we
dive online and say, man, I can't believe they did. But everything about it has been disrespectful from the beginning. And majority of the coaches, parents, and players have fed into the disrespect and the dysfunction. But the minute it go too far, oh, we play so shocked, crazy, and surprised.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
How could this happen?
So initially when I saw this whole altercation and I saw everything that happened, I'm literally like, why would they even do something like this? Why does it even have to get to this point? But as I started to think about it, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not surprised. I can go back to when my boys were playing in sports, baseball, football, and it's always the parents that get way more involved than the kids. But the crazy part about it is he talks about the 7-on-7, how it's pretty much just unorganized and it's disrespectful. And being honest, as a culture, we applaud disrespect, specifically in sports. The more you can disrespect somebody on the basketball court, on the football field, on the baseball field, the more we're like, oh, we like that person. We like what they did. Because it's usually after something great that they did on the court or the field. So that's what we like. Let's be honest. This is not something that surprises me, and this shouldn't surprise anyone. I've been there. I've been at my son's games, and I've yelled at the coaches. Send that person home from third. You're not watching. That was a strike. You got to talk to the umpire. Or my daughter's basketball game, like, that was a foul. Like, call the foul. Why are you not calling it? You can't coach. Blah, 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 blah. This is normal. Let's be honest here. Talking trash at sporting events is just a part of what happened. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, whatever, you're going to talk trash at a sporting event. But I can only tell you from the experiences that I had. And based on what Plies is saying, man, it sounds authentic. It sounds real. When I played on 7-on-7 and I played flag football and all these other things, we did pretty much whatever we wanted to do. And then the disrespect and the talking from the sidelines when we played indoors at arena football, it was at an all-time high. It was like the more you talk, the more you get crazy, the more exciting the game is. And that's the thing. Our culture and our community, we glorify all the negative stuff. If it was something positive that happened, you would never see these clips. They would have never gotten to an altercation. This is just not a Cam and them thing. This is something that's been happening for a long time. And it's not just in sports, but in sports, you get to actually see where all this is coming from. I'm telling you, if I'm at a basketball game and somebody dunks on somebody else and they start yelling at them and get in their face, I'm standing up, I'm clapping. I'm like, yeah, that's what you need to do. Talk to them. Let's be real. That's how it is. We already know and expect these things to happen, and that's the sad part, because we're so used to seeing it. And as much as we want to say, oh, why did they do that? Why did they start fighting? Why did they do blah, 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 blah? I bet you for every person saying that was actually there, for every person that said, this is a disgrace, this is terrible, there's probably 2 people that were saying, bro, you should have been there. This and this and this happened. It was crazy. I can't wait to go there the next day, or I can't wait to go there next year and see what happens. But why are we surprised? Why are we?